Rare did their homework. This is 100% Monkey Island with all the references a Monkey Island fan can ask for, albeit a small bite size of it, smaller than I thought it would be. You see, the first tall tale is on Melee Island, but only the town area and Lookout Point. Everything on this side of Lookout Point is off axis. I managed 100% Tall Tale 1 in under 3 hours without any walkthroughs, and I had a blast going through what I was given. Although the plot for The Legend of Monkey Island is...
Not unless you think you're tough enough to track down the man I'm hunting. I'd find him myself if I had the money to get back on the waves.
Yeah, the plot is not what's gonna motivate you to finish this. The plot goes as follows. Guybrush Threepwood got stranded in the Sea of the Damned, and because of how the Sea of the Damned works, he's stuck in his memories. Specifically his memories on Melee Island, and somehow it formed into a semi-real place. An example of this is that the cursed captain is here from A Pirate's Life, and he says he can almost remember us.
Though I could swear we've crossed paths before.
Because Guybrush was on that first Pirate's Life island and remembered the cursed captain. But how the cursed captain remember us does not make sense, since Guybrush must have met him before he met us. Nitpick. This is also why only the town area is there, as Guybrush currently only has memories of that place at this point in the story. Kate Capsize wants to find Guybrush because Guybrush was a dick to her, and LeChuck wants to make sure Guybrush stays in Dreamland so that he can conquer without him coming in the way. And that's it. Currently, one person wants to find Guybrush and the other wants him to stay where he is. And frankly, I could not care less where this is going. And it does not help that the writing is sometimes...
When it comes to Guybrush Threepwood, I don't need an open mind. Only a closed fist.
Yeah. Which is weird because the NPC dialogue is actually kind of funny sometimes.
I want to have an adventure. And I want to sell nested mahogany tables at affordable prices.
It's almost like the person who writes the story dialogue and the NPC dialogue are different people. But alright, if it ain't the story that kept me finishing this, what would it be then? Well, that's easy. I mean, other than that Sea of Thieves has a repetitive content problem and anything remotely new would make players play it, this tall tale is very well made. Honestly, the love that has been crafted here is good stuff. If you are a Monkey Island fan, you're gonna be like, oh. Going into Scum Bar. Oh. Going into Town Square. Oh. Going up to Lookout Point and see our boys stand there. Oh. This ain't the Legend of Monkey Island. This is the Legend of... Oh. I wrote that. Thank you. A big plus is the lack of unskippable dialogue. Because of the big area there is to explore, from Lookout Point to Scum Bar to Town Square. The church is here. Once on a second playthrough, you know where the unskippable dialogue places are. You can start doing something else while an unskippable dialogue is happening. For example, there's this one set of puzzles you gotta do where you have to get past this guard in order to get to the mansion. He requires a meet and greet ticket, alright? You go and find that ticket, and now he moves the goalpost. He wants you to wait until a stroke of midnight, but midnight never happens here, which leads us to the kitchen, which leads us to the store, which leads us to finding money lying around, which leads us back to the store, and then back to the kitchen, and then make people drunk. And now we can make it midnight. The guard then moves the goalpost yet again, saying he needs someone to take over his shift, which is this dude here in the back alley playing violin to some dog. And as you look at the dog bowl, it says the dog wants some food. Now we're making food in the kitchen. Then we put a meat in the dog bowl. Now we need to bust Otis out of prison, which leads us to carrying Murray somewhere. Now we have to find skeleton parts, which leads you to my point. This cuts in when Murray does the slowest walk in gaming history. It is funny though. Definitely watch it the first time, but on the second playthrough, you can just go somewhere else and let he do the walking. You're not bound to this cutscene. Just do something else. Gotta say though, when you eventually meet LeChuck for the first and currently only time, he's just standing on a rock throwing exposition at you, which has some of that.
An unwanted intrusion into my masterful delusion.
Great dialogue. You can't hurt him, you can't interact with him. It makes zero sense why LeChuck would teleport to us, tell us his evil plan, and then off. Fight me, LeChuck. Spout exposition while we're fighting if you're so keen on telling us. And after he off, you fight a couple of skeletons by spraying a root beer on them. And after that, you're pretty much done with the tall tale. Yay, great finale. Guybrush Threepwood's role here ain't much different. He also spots exposition at us, charmingly, I might add, and falls asleep. Gone. Bye-bye. Done. I think this first tall tale was purely there to prove to Monkey Island fans that Rare can do this justice. The story is complementary to the main dish that is this slice of Melee Island. And that intro sequence. Straight up awesome work. And look, you can even unlock the Guybrush and Elaine figurines as a trinket for your ship. All in all, I give The Legend of Monkey Island's first tall tale a better than A Pirate's Life first tall tale out of 10. If you are a Monkey Island fan.